right, guys, welcome to another episode of RF Sports Radio. I am Rodney Fisher, joined by Royce Fisher here. It's been a long time since we had a chance to do this.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Been a while, but we're back. You see, we're live here at the arena as the Mavs get ready to take on the LA Lakers. I should say the in-season tournament champion LA Lakers. And that's kind of where we want to start for the episode today. I want to get your thoughts, first of all, before we get to the Lakers winning the championship, or if you want to call it a championship, tournament, or whatever.
A tournament, not a championship.
Okay, but Lakers win the tournament.
Don't get it twisted. It's just a tournament. You know, they had those in junior high and high school and college.
Well, pro, they're professionals. So
now it's in the pro.
Professionals, but
it's something new.
First of all, your thoughts just overall about the in-season tournament, the first year the NBA has done it. Did it add any excitement? Do you like the format? Just your initial thoughts about the tournament overall.
Well, I thought it was a good idea. They needed to boost ratings because this time of year, people are Christmas shopping, Thanksgiving, holidays, traveling, and nobody's really interested in basketball. The guys just kind of coasting through. But I think it was a good idea. I hate the Lakers won because they didn't play anybody. But
yeah,
you know,
well, they played in Indiana, made it first four. They were undefeated in their group. They beat the Boston Celtics. I mean, they did make it there.
Yeah, they make it. But they play in their group. They played Memphis, played Portland, Utah. I mean, those teams you can easily beat. Mm-hmm. So that's all they had to beat was those four teams to make it to the Mavericks. On the other hand, had a hard schedule.
You think so?
I think they did too.
Yeah, they had a hard group. They had a really hard group.
So
Denver and
they did get the championship,
Clippers.
but to me, it's just a little trophy. You know, participation trophy to me.
I think it was pretty cool, man. I think the whole in-season tournament added some more excitement to the beginning of the season. Teams really, especially guys in particular, if you didn't come into training camp ready for this season, this wasn't. You can't just start the year trying to get yourself ready. You got to start the year ready.
Right.
So I was glad that happened. The four teams that made it to the final, semifinals, I should say, were the Lakers, the Pelicans, the Pacers, and the
Sacramento.
Not Sacramento. The Pacers and who the Pacers played to get there? Was it the Celtics?
Yeah. No, they played.
Who they played? Celtics, right?
Celtics won that first round.
Oh, okay.
They knocked out first. They played the Bucks, didn't they?
Played the Bucks. That's right. They played the Bucks in Las Vegas. I mean, that tournament would tell you that those are the four teams that are really looking the best this season. How do you feel?
Well, they don't have the best record.
They don't have the best record, right?
So if you look in the East, Orlando's in second place.
Orlando's in second place, yeah.
You know, and in the West, the Lakers are not in first place. They're in like sixth place. But $500,000 is a lot of money to play for. Especially for these guys that are not, multi-millionaires like LeBron James and all these other guys. A chance to make $500,000, that's worth playing your butt off.
Yeah.
That added a little value to it too.
I think what I saw some quotes from some of the rookies on the Lakers team, guys that haven't made that kind of money before, they were so excited to get that.
Right.
I think LeBron told me before the game, man, I got y'all, don't worry about it. So I think after taxes in California, they only walk away with $230,000 or something like that. But
if you're making the league minimum, say if you're a veteran player, you get a chance to boost that income, $500,000. I'm pretty sure a lot of wives had their hands
on. Oh man, boy! Christmas around the corner, you know what I mean?
It's gonna be a good Christmas at home this year.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the Mavs. We're here at the Mavs games. Mavs taking on the Lakers. No Kyrie tonight, as you know. He's still nursing that injury, trying to come back. But just overall about this really new Mavericks team, what you think about in this season?
I like this new team. They got some young players. They got some hungry players. They boosted the scoring a lot. Defense still lacks a little bit. But they got off to a fast start.
Yeah.
And Luka especially got
Luka's off to a great start,
coming from the summer league, playing all summer, playing all year. He came in good shape. I like the chemistry. If they blow it, if anything goes wrong, it be because of defense.
Yeah, but they can't play no defense,
And some of the blame can be on Jason Kidd too.
I don't think any team in the league right now is playing defense. You see the scoring in the first third of the league, first 20 games, it's been more scoring than I ever seen. The Pacers led the league in scoring, but also have the worst defense.
Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
So, yeah, scoring is at an all-time high, and from what I can tell. To me, looking at the team, we still lack size.
Yeah.
I know Lively's been good. I know he's been injured a little bit, but man, we just don't have no size. Any team with size is gonna come in here and beat us up. I was here for that Toronto game. They beat us up in the paint.
One thing about Lively, he's athletic. I get him that young guy, he can grow. You know, I suggested the offseason he go train with somebody that's been around. King Olajuwon, one of the big men that played the game. I think he'll be a good addition to the Mavs.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, you talking about defense. Defense has been terrible.
Yeah, it's been bad.
I mean, for a guy go coast to coast, go all the way to the rim, that should never happen. That would never happen in the old days.
Mm-hmm.
You know, guys getting easy baskets and guys just swiping at the ball instead of playing defense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've never seen that before, but that's the new NBA.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if guys don't want to get hurt. Guys don't want to take a charge. You know, I'm glad they got rid of flopping because we've seen a lot more flopping going on.
That's a technical foul.
Yeah, that's a technical foul. But defense have to get better on the Mavs in order for them to go further. But as far as the offense, I think they stick with anybody in the league.
You know, my biggest concern going into this season was size, and I see we didn't really have no size. Scoring, I mean, I think Kyrie and Luka kind of figured it out. Though Luka's definitely he is the man on the team. You know, hands down, he's ready to come play.
Right.
I also had a lot of questions about Jason Kidd because if you remember last year, he never got the starting lineup right throughout the entire season. They kept starting different guys, trying to mix and match and do different things. Even now, he's had to do a little bit of the lineup because of injuries, but I think he's done a better job this year, in my opinion, than last year. I know last year they didn't make the playoffs at all, but he's done a really better job, in my opinion, of coaching this year than last year.
He's done a better job. Like I say, Lucas came in a better player. Jones, they added Jones. He's a good player. Hardy's coming along from this rookie year. He's playing better.
Grant Williams is doing a good job.
I'm glad they got Grant Williams. He's a dog. You need a dog on your team.
You need a dog on the team,
And he's a dog. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right about the size. They didn't get a lot of size. These wing defensive players, you know, are tall, lanky, long arms. We don't have that on the Mavs. But I heard there was a rumor they were trying to get Durbin and Benny Smith back.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to happen. They should have never let him go.
They should never let him go,
But I'd like to see him come back and finish his career in the Mavs.
One thing I'll be looking for in tonight's game, you talked about this on the way up here, was with Kyrie out, now we get to see Jalen Hardy a little bit more. And I mean, you talk about it, they're not going to miss scoring with Hardy playing the more minutes. I mean, Hardy can put up 20 on anybody, on any team.
And plus, Luka owns LeBron.
Yeah.
In his matches, I think Luka has the upper hand.
Yeah.
And especially in L.A. Now, it's different in Dallas, but every time we've been to L.A. and they played the Lakers, Luka's always on the Lakers. So maybe tonight he'll own them again.
Hey, we'll see, man.
Maybe they kind of tired from the end-season tournament, you know, riding off that excitement of the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good time to get the Lakers sleeping. You know?
Yeah. But we're gonna see. We're gonna come back to y'all after the game, do a little bit talking about how that game was. Before we take a quick break, real fast. Anything you want to say about the Cowboys? You got anything you want to say? Or?
They're playing great.
Okay. I'll take that.
I'm glad they beat Philadelphia.
Yep. I'm glad they did.
They beat them the first time around.
Right.
But I like the way that's playing. I like the way McCarthy's called and played. I'm glad he did. It's a big difference from last year to this year.
Right.
He's opened up the offense. He's featuring
CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb a lot more. You know, the run game in there, if they get the run game going, I think they can beat anybody in the league.
Yeah. Well, my thing is I want everybody to pump the brakes on the MVP talk about Dak. All right. I think Dak is playing great.
Right.
I know the Vegas odds got him winning the MVP, but as a true Dallas fan, as most Dallas fans out there in this city know, we gotta get to the playoffs, man. I mean, I just think, I gotta see Dak do it in the playoffs.
Regular season's fine.
Bar none.
He's playing great.
Yeah,
but that's the way he's supposed to play.
That's the way he's supposed to play.
He's been there 8 years.
Absolutely.
We've been expecting Dak to play. He's playing like this since the first year.
Absolutely.
He came into the league, took over the job, but he should be playing like this. And I don't see what the excitement is. But like you say, he got to win in the playoffs. He got to at least go to the playoffs. and win a playoff game.
And honestly, I really do think that he feels the same way. I think he wants people to like, hey man, let me just play out the regular season. Let me get to the playoffs and really show y'all what I've been working on. I think he feels the exact same way.
Yeah, they are a complete team. I got to give it to them. And that was a big win on Sunday. Mm-hmm. And catapulted in the first place. So,
yeah.
You know, and Philadelphia looked they on the way down.
Yeah.
Something wrong with that.
Something going on there,
yeah, for sure. I don't know if Jalen Hurts is hurt.
Yeah.
Everybody else caught up with them. You know, so they hadn't been playing that great. They've just been winning games.
Yeah.
So there's a big difference between playing great
and winning games.
A game.
Yeah, you're right.
So we'll see. I got my fingers crossed. You know, I always wait to see.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon yet. But I'm going to root for the Cowboys. But if they go to the championship game, I'll be the biggest Cowboy fan.
Okay. All right. We already did it first.
Cowboy had jerseys to work.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will, I'll be quite honest. All right, well, the players are jumping on the court, getting ready to warm up. We're going to go down and talk to some of the players. Y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back right here on RM Sports Radio.
With his teammates. If it's not Timmy, it's Exum, and if it's not that, it's the next guy. And he trusts that the guys are going to make the right play or take the shot. And so tonight, Exum was the one that was he was looking for.
Does he get frustrated by that, or is that something that he has to work not to get fed up with? All the constant double teams.
I think it's a compliment. It's one of the best in the world. So I think he's got to absorb that. I think he has absorbed that of being double teamed. I think he's a competitor. He wants to win. Sometimes he gets frustrated because someone might miss a shot or turn the ball over. But I think you can see his maturity has gotten better because he knows that his teammates are trying to do the right thing. And so it's a lot of beautiful things happening right now.
Given how many injuries you guys are dealing with, obviously taking Kyrie's usage out of the mix, what do you think about the way that Luke has been able to handle the load the last couple nights and play 43 minutes tonight, coming off of 44 last night, and finish like he did?
Yeah, I think he would normally, he wanted to stay in the game with 3 minutes left, but we got to figure out how to get him out of the game with the lead. And I felt if the game was tied or we're down 2, that it's in, he's fresh, he'll be ready to go. For the fourth, the easy part would have been to just bring him back as the lead started to go away. But I thought leaving him there, giving him those 3 minutes, he hasn't had a break in the second half here of late. And so also we trust that the group out there that's playing is going to, do their part. So the other thing is, for him to learn how to rest on offense when he gets double teamed. And so that's what he's doing. He's getting double teamed at the top of the floor, and he's just, he's trusting, once he does that, it's a advantage basketball. But we do want to get healthy. We don't want to play him 44 minutes right now.
What does it say about Lively at 19 years old that you're trusting him to close games and he's coming up with big plays at the end of games on a pretty consistent basis?
Yeah, just take the age out. He he's a basketball player. He understands how to play the game. He's very coachable. This was a great test for him on a back-to-back after last night's game, and the minutes and the physicality, and then turn around going from Jaren Jackson to AD, and understanding who he's playing against, 2 All-Stars, and so he's going through it. But again, I think the trust of not just the coaches but his teammates. When Luka's being double teamed, he's also looking for Lively to score or playmaking. So it just shows how important he is to his team, but how good he really is.
What'd you think of your bench in total? Obviously Tim, but also Rashawn Holmes, and he was able to do.
Yeah, I thought the bench was great. Timmy would carry the low scoring for sure. But I thought the minutes, even though Hardy didn't, shoot the ball extremely well, I thought he was good. I thought Holmes' physicality, giving us second opportunities there. Again, looking at him tonight, we wanted to give him another shot at it, and I thought he was positive. He was good for us. Even though Timmy was the one who scored most of the points, that group, hockey's terms, they were penalty killers. They killed some minutes for us. Thanks.
About the accident tonight, I mean, big at the end of the game, big at the points overall. How has he kind of evolved into his role into the team, and what kind of impact has he made, not just tonight, but overall?
Amazing. Obviously not just tonight, but I think tonight was his best game. Just simply unbelievable. His pace, his defense, obviously his shooting today. So he's been amazing for us.
With the half rotation hurt, you obviously had to play big minutes these last 2 nights. How are you feeling physically, and how much better does it feel that you were able to pull this one out?
Yeah, I don't know how I played. Slept very little today. Everything hurts. I'm getting old, man. But we got 2 back-to-back wins, which is amazing, especially against a team like Lakers. So I'm really proud of these guys. That's it. Anything else?
What was the tee about in the last minute there?
Oh man, I just said it's not intentional. Come on, man, we gotta be better than that. It's 40 seconds to go. You can't call a tackle that. I just said it's not intentional. I yelled it, but still, we can't do that. Thank you.
Thanks.
I love this press conference.
All right, we'll have Don.
Knowing how to defend Luka, so I just had to try my best to just put a stamp on the game. And when you have any daylight, any shooter has any daylight, and you see the first shot go up and it goes in, the basket feels like an ocean.
Do you have to have a different mindset when you're out there and there's no Kyrie and there's no Luka when you're in one of those lineups?
No, I have the same mindset. I think for the most part, be aggressive coming off the bench, know what I have to do offensively and defensively. So today was a great day.
Same mindset, but maybe you're looking for the ball a little bit more.
No, I mean, not looking, more so my teammates, and my coaches and assistant coaches, more plays, more involvement. I mean, I've been around Luka since his rookie year, so I know how the guy plays. So I mean, very comfortable with him when we're in pick and roll, when we're out there on the offensive end. So we have a great chemistry.
What have you been going through with your back and then that charge you took early that they ruled a charge on the review? That didn't look like it helped.
No, it didn't help at all. But I laid my body on the line, man, for the team. Those 3 charges definitely gave us extra possessions. So it doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but it does show up on the hustle plays when we watch film. That's all that matters.
And your back is like, did you do something to tweak it again yesterday? What's been going on there? And what do you have to do to get on the floor tonight?
No, just make sure I take care of my body. It's a little bit of tightness. I didn't want to risk anything. Go out there and just stand still and not be involved in anything. If you go out there not ready 100%, you're hurting your team more so than helping them. So just wanted to be careful yesterday, and then make sure I came back with treatment while we're at home and get ready for the game tonight.
Those should be steals, by the way.
Yeah, I think so too, but we can can talk about it another time.
And what you charge thing on the NBA stats page?
Oh yeah? I mean, not on the stat sheet.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, I mean, yeah, box score, yeah. So, I mean, who's number one? Jalen Brunson still number one?
I'll look and get back to you.
Yeah, I already know.
What did you think about Dante? You kind of obviously big shots there.
Yeah, I mean, we saw their game plan going into the fourth. Well, basically the whole entire game, making Dante a shooter. And the guy goes in the gym before I get in the gym, an hour and a half, 2 hours before practice. He's out there with our shooting coaches getting extra reps up every single day when he has the opportunity to. So, and that's just credit to his work. You know, he's calmed down, knocking down his shot, shooting it with confidence, and that's what we need.
You mentioned that you and Luka have played together for a long time, obviously. How has that on-court relationship evolved? How have you changed, if at all, the way and learned kind of how to play off each other?
I mean, for the most part, I think, you know, just seeing what he does in practice, being on the floor with him, starting lineup, coming off the bench, I mean, you name it, I've done it. But for the most part, just being able to adapt and the coaching staff having that trust in us, you know, to go out there, perform, and put us in positions where we're reading how the defense is playing us. So once we see that, we kind of know what to do. Well, I kind of know what to do.
Does playing with a playmaker like him force you to adapt more, to be a little more versatile in terms of the situations?
Yeah, because if you don't do your job, he ain't gonna pass to you. I knock down shots, man, while you're out there with them, man, for real. And anytime you're out there with a great player on any team, you know, you gotta go out there and show them that you're competing. And you're going out there, knock down shots, be aggressive, make the right plays. Not every single possession, but you know, most of the time. And when you're doing that, the trust builds and builds and builds over the course of time. So.
Congratulations, you now lead the league in charges drawn.
Oh, thank you.
Tim, speaking of knocking down shots, you're 45th on the all-time three-pointers made. You're 7 away from passing a guy you know fairly well.
Yeah.
Your father. Have y'all had conversations about that, or what's your thoughts on potentially passing him?
Yeah, it'd be a great accomplishment. And it just goes back to the times where I used to beat him in horse when I was in high school in our backyard. So all those times are paying off right now. Yep.
We got up early and then they fought back. We knew it was a back and forth, so we knew we had to fight. And they were coming off their tournament win. So I think it was a good, you know, just fighting game, back and forth. Yeah.
Did you pick up pretty early that their defensive strategy was going to be to leave you open?
Yeah, you know, I think it started in LA, and then you know a lot of teams started putting their 5 on me. So ever since then, I've been you know in the gym, just working. You know, credit to the the staff and even our players constantly just trusted me to shoot the ball and just pass it to me. But I think it was just having trust in myself, confidence to keep shooting it even if I miss my first one.
Yeah, and how much? I mean, you had to know this was probably coming at some point. Like you said, it did start early. How much of the coaching staff just dead set on being like, this is like these are the shots you take, and how much does that help?
Yeah, I think just how Luka plays, and he can find anyone at any point, and knowing that their guy's got to help off, they go double him, and I've got to be ready. So that's just I try and put myself in a situation where I can be on the floor. I don't want to be the guy that's taken out because I can't hit that shot. So it's just something I'm going to work on, and